You're tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
I done been around the world, I done kissed a lot of girls, so I'm guessing that's true. Hey. Nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Bang, bang, bang.
I probably shouldn't sing that song to you.
We just sing it.
Okay. This makes me feel like a stripper, though.
Right? Hey. That's AFTERBUZZ After Hours.
Don't you want to get your...
do one thing? They cooking pancakes. That's
with serve.
Thank you for tuning in to Atlanta Exes AFTERBUZZ show on AFTERBUZZ TV. I am your host, Kiki Ayers. With me, I have a little hottie with a body. Tell me who you are, baby.
Hottie with the body. Yes, hottie with the body. I am Madison Chase Fitness, your training to the stars, and the star in you, because there is power in your choices.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, girl. I believe it. I love it.
Yes.
So this is season 1, episode 6. You know, season's kind of... yeah. Anyway.
You feeling some kind of way, Kiki?
I am feeling some type of way. When I signed up for this show, I was like, this show's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. They have great exes. They have Kevin Hart's ex. They have Neo's ex. They have Cee-Lo. They have a lot of great exes, and I don't know with this show. I just feel like they're stretching for drama. I don't feel like
they're stretching?
I think they're stretching because it was the same drama in the beginning. Now they're kind of trying to bring it back. It's like we hate each other, we love each other, and now we hate each other again. And it's still Tamika.
Yeah, it's still Tamika, but I think it's probably gonna always be Tamika.
It is.
Yeah, just because she's like the on every show.
Yes. The villain.
The villain. You have Omarosa, you have Kenya Moores, you have, so now it's Jocelyn. However, I can't
Puerto Rican
princess. Yes, you have it. So now we just have Tamika.
You know, we have Tamika.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give. All right.
Yeah.
So it opens up, and Tamika invites the girls to do martial arts. What is it called? Krav Maga?
Krav Maga, which is like an Israeli kind of martial arts.
Have you done it before?
You know what? I know a little bit about it.
Right.
I've never taken a class. I think they have like your first class is free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. I know it's really based on like the Israeli, like their fighting style.
Nice.
So it's like really official, authentic, like. It's not like Tybo.
Right.
And not that Tybo is bad. Hey, Billy. But it really is like based on authentic, like a fighting technique.
Cool.
In self-defense. So,
okay.
yeah.
I'm
pretty hot.
so glad she's here. Because I'd have been like, I'm a Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz.
Big Krava. Maga. Right. So, yeah. So, Tamika invites the girls to come to the class with her just because, she's trying to be more friendly and more into the group or whatever.
You know what?
So she says.
Because I don't even know if it was really about her being more friendly or if it was about her showing off. Like, this is a class that I do. This is why my legs look so great, because her legs do look great.
They do.
Yeah, yes. I'm not mad at Tamika. Right. So I don't know if it was really about that or if it was just, this is what I do.
Right. Allegedly.
Yeah.
She invites them.
To
come, and they start doing a move where you put your hands around your neck.
Yeah, a self-defense move.
A self-defense move, and Christina automatically says, I can't do it.
Yeah.
And what did you think when she said that?
You know what? I really, really like her. Like, out of all the women,
me too.
I feel like she is really trying to help other women heal themselves.
Definitely.
And then when we find out that she has a nonprofit organization where she really empowers other women to get past whatever their pain is.
Right.
Because even in the I think it was maybe the second episode when Sheree or Tori were calling Tamika ugly, and she was like, she's not ugly. Like, don't say that. Like, like she really is. And I think people think the show is boring because when you look at kind of the comparisons of other reality shows, there's fighting, there's drama, there's gossiping, but then you have a show that's kind of like sort of normal women.
Right.
That they have abnormal circumstances because their men make tons of money. Right. But I think she really is like trying to find inner peace. And you get that from her, like from every aspect of, you know, really not talking about somebody in a negative light. And really trying to stay positive throughout the whole show from the beginning. Like, she's been consistently the same person, I think.
I agree. I love her. She's my favorite. I think she's so beautiful.
I think she's gorgeous.
Inside and out.
Yeah.
So I totally agree. And she says the reason she couldn't participate is because she was in an abusive relationship in the past.
And I'm sure people automatically said, ooh, Cee-Lo.
Right, yeah. But then she says, that man's out of my life beforehand, so she cleared it up.
She cleared it up. She completely cleared it up. Like, no, it is not Cee-Lo.
Right.
So, yeah.
Even though it's still going to be on blog. Cee-Lo.
Right. Cee-Lo, did you hear Christina?
Right.
Right.
But I automatically fell for her. I was just like, you believe her, you know? And she wasn't just like, you know, I was in my past. Like, she, like, you can tell, like, that really affected her. She was really reliving it in that moment when she saw it. Like, her whole reaction from, even way before Mariah came over there and talked to her, like, her whole reaction, like, you could tell she was reliving that. I was just like, oh, Christina.
Yeah.
So, and it's just cool, not cool, but, like, nice that she shared that with viewers. You never know who's going through a domestic violence situation.
And I think that's so important. Like, even though reality shows kind of do some of the very, like, same things, like, you know, they typically go, you know, water skiing or roller skating or a marathon. Like, we see kind of very similar themes throughout the show, but you don't see, like, the responses. And I think her response was so honest and so, like, she laid it out.
She did.
Yeah, and it was very honest and authentic, because I don't think that's something that they could have, like, created, like, the producers, like, because it was something she never shared, because even Moneta was like, I've known her for a long time, and I never knew this about her.
Right.
So I don't know if the producers aren't that good.
No. I think it took that moment to bring it back out of her.
Yeah. So. I totally agree.
So then we kind of leave a more sentimental moment and move on to Monica, Sheree, and Tamika at a restaurant.
Did you say sentimental?
We got Monica and Sheree confronting Tamika at a restaurant.
Oh, yeah. I have no words. I do have words. I think when a person, and I think Ayanna Van Zandt said this, if a person shows you, Maya Angelou said this, if a person shows you who they are the first time, believe them.
Yes.
Like, believe them. Like, so I don't know what Sheree is hoping for. Like, she's not going to change. Like, she really, like, insinuated so much stuff that she said. Like, she was, like, talking under her breath. Right. Like, agreeing with Tamika. Like, she's not your friend. And just because you've been friends with someone for 20 years doesn't mean that the friendship stays the same.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah, like, friendships evolve. And I felt like that friendship, like, that to me, I'd have been like, all right, frenemy. Like, we're done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, as soon as Tamika says, we needed a whole arena of people because I heard about, you know, we need a whole arena of people here because I heard you slept with all these people. And Monica starts laughing right away. I'm just like,
yeah.
That's not your friend.
That's not your friend. And anytime someone is bringing back information about something someone else said about you, you should typically say, okay, now what did you say?
Yeah, what makes them so comfortable to say this to you?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, are you agreeing with them? Are you giving them some information? Like, yeah, that's like friendship 101.
It is.
Yeah, like you should know. Like, and I don't know, maybe Sheree doesn't have really good friends. And Tori seems like she's becoming a better friend to her. Like, yeah, but Sheree, she's not your friend. Monica's not your friend.
Monica's not anybody's friend.
She's trying to get camera time. That's what I think. I think she's trying to get camera time because she's not an ex.
She's not. She wants to be on the next.
She wants to be on the next season,
right.
possibly. So she's trying to get as much camera time as she can and trying to stir the pot.
She's using Sheree to do it, and Sheree is allowing it.
Right.
So I can't even be mad at her if she comes back on season 2 of Atlanta Exes. I won't even be surprised.
Yeah, I'm not going to be surprised. But I would have saved them tears, Sheree. I would not be crying over spoiled milk. Like
what I love, or it was just, amazing to me. Before Tamika got there, Sheree or Monica was like talking to Sheree.
Right.
We're gonna tell her this. She was doing all that, and then Tamika gets there and she's like laughing. Oh, I heard that too. Like immediately takes her side. I'm just like, you saw both of her personalities within like a 5-minute time frame.
Yeah, like she flipped the script.
Completely.
She was bipolar, seriously.
Completely. And she's sitting there like, it's okay. If that was my friend, I'd be like, oh, is something funny?
Yeah.
What's funny? What's funny right now? Please tell me what's funny.
Yeah. I
don't
laugh too.
understand. Right, exactly. But Monica, if it works for you, go ahead, girl. I don't know. She's playing her and she's allowing it. So you can't even be mad. People only treat you as bad as you allow them to. So I don't even have sympathy for Sheree in that situation.
I don't have sympathy, but I hope she watches the show and she like comes to her senses. Like she's not your friend.
Right. So then you see Marietta and Christina meet for coffee, and they basically talk about what happened during martial arts class. So I'm glad she reached out to Christina to talk about it more. That's not something you just allow your friend to be like, oh, yeah, you know, domestic violence situation, you just let it slide over. It's like, no, we need to sit down and talk about this. I've known you for this long. I never heard about it. Let's talk about this and tell me, you know, how it's affecting you, how you're dealing with this. So what do you think about that?
I love that she had an opportunity to really talk about her nonprofit organization.
Me too.
Just because I feel like so many people have nonprofit organizations and you don't really know what they're for. Everybody has one. But for her to really take her pain and turn it into empowerment for other women.
Love it.
And men. I thought that was great too, because normally when you hear of women doing anything with domestic violence, it's normally focused on women, but I think men need to know, one, what it looks like. And if you grew up in an abusive home, like she kind of talked about that. She was like, if you grew up in an abusive home, you think that that's love. It's dysfunctional love, but it's still love at the same time. So I loved it. I was like, yeah, I think you should. I want to know what Tamika's, you know, I want to know about her nonprofit, and I need to probably Google it. Because I really don't understand. Like, I understand what happened, and it is a very tragic situation.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But most nonprofits should benefit somebody.
Right.
Like
who relate to that situation.
Who can relate to that situation. And even though, and I was telling Cortez, I was like, is it like, you know, swimming safety, swimming lessons, something? Like, what are you doing other than keeping the legacy of your son alive? And not that that's a bad thing. But I don't know. I don't really get it. I don't really understand.
Yeah, are you supporting other parents that have lost their children?
Exactly. That's, yes, you know, like, that's what I want to know. Like, are you supporting parents who have lost a child?
Right. Because so far in this season, we see 2 of Tamika's events, which both have been
disastrous.
Yeah, they're just not organized. Like, she's setting herself up for it. Like, you don't have anything ready.
Yeah.
And then we see in the next scene, she tries to blame this on her assistant.
He let her have it.
Oh my gosh! I love how we start off the show with like Christina and Marietta like talking about something deep, and then we go to another ratchet situation with Tamika, and then we go back to Christina and Marietta, and then we go back to another ratchet with Tamika.
Yeah. Which is so funny because
Greg, her assistant, Greg was not having it. And by the way, Greg went off on her. I can tell he's been waiting to say that for a long time, and I can tell that he was just waiting for her to give him a reason to, and she did. And he went off on her.
And I think deservingly so. Like, she is trying to make him the scapegoat for her inefficiencies. And I think Cortez said, you know, if you're an assistant, you should know what to do. No, if you have an assistant, you should be able to tell your assistant what you need. And he even said, I've sent you emails, but you took me off the email list. So you're blaming him for something, and him trying to do his job, you're not allowing him to.
Right. He tries to do it one way that's effective, and you say no.
Yeah.
So then how is he supposed to do it now?
How was he
supposed to do it? And then you still blame him. And
Yeah.
I think we all had a boss like that where you're just like, you need to make up your mind. And then you get mad at me like you're crazy. I think we all could relate to Greg in that situation. I was like, go, Greg, tell him.
Yes, he let her have it. He was like, I don't care about having this job. Like,
oh, yeah, I wouldn't either. But his quote, what he said
something about her being 19 and on her back.
And he said, you can't have Gucci on a Gap budget.
Oh, yes. That
like,
was my favorite quote. Gucci on a Gap budget.
I was like, ooh. We both were like, ooh. He got you with that alone.
Yes, he did. Yes,
and then as he was walking out with his stuff.
With his stuff. He was like, don't touch
my stuff. He told her, I'd rather make money alone than do it on my back. You've been doing that since you were 19. I was like, oh.
Oop. Silence and crickets.
And that's when you get that inside information that the assistant knows everything about. So you might not want to make the assistant mad, especially on television.
Because he's probably going to be blogging about all of her business.
He knows everything.
Yeah.
So he can call you out on it. He's seen everything. He's there. He's with you everywhere. At least he's supposed, if it works right, he's supposed to be there with you everywhere and know everything.
And he probably does.
He did. I was actually like, okay, Greg, I see you. I want to see more Greg.
Well, I do too. I'm sure he'll be on. Kind of like, what's his name? I think it's Chappelle. Like, he's been on everybody's reality show. He'll be like the new Chappelle. Like, I'm going to work for the Braxtons now.
Right. Like, over there. I'm auditioning anywhere. I'm at this interview.
I love it. I think that should happen.
I feel like Tori should hire him. And maybe Sheree.
That would be great. Tori should definitely hire him. Yes, because she's got the new product.
I think they would go so good together.
Yes, I think they would be great.
Their personalities, they would go so well together.
I think we should call Tori and let her know.
Yeah, so I wonder if he's going to see, if we're going to see more of him. I hope so.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope that's not the end.
Right. So then we see Marietta meet with her business partner. She talks about throwing this event to empower women and to honor them because they've all been going through a lot of things.
Yeah.
And that was a very short scene. It was really like 60 seconds. That's literally all I wrote down because that's literally all that happened. And that was literally the whole conversation. So they just threw that in there.
Yeah. They did kind of throw that in there. Right. And looking at the space, I was laughing when she got out of the car with the bins.
Oh my gosh.
It's like $150,000, maybe more than that. Yeah. I don't know how much that car is, but I know
a lot.
Kanye.
They have them on the music videos. That's what I know.
Yeah, to me, yeah, you're right. But it's like really expensive.
Yeah, very expensive.
But she gets out of the car and, she says hugs and hugs. I was like, what? Are we in Paris? Where are we? I'm confused. What happened?
That car probably was Paris on the inside. We don't know. Probably was an Eiffel Tower in the back seat. You don't know.
Right, that's true. Maybe she had some Dom Perignon. Right. No. I was like, you are in Atlanta, girl. Hugs? Okay.
Right. Yeah. Whatever floats your boat.
I still like her. I still like Marietta.
If you want to go to the club and that next time I'm in Atlanta, girl, I'll be there.
Right. That is the club car.
I sit in the back. It's cool.
Right. At least the door is open.
I just need an Instagram picture and then I'll get out gladly. Hit me up, girl. Hit me up. Yeah. So then we see Sheree and Tori, and Sheree basically calls Tori to like a bar to talk about what happened with the meeting with Tamika and Monica.
Yeah.
And again, I think it's another case where Sheree is just venting to Tori and telling her all the things that she should be telling Tamika herself.
Yes, I so agree. And or have, like, if you feel like you need some backup, have Tori come with you.
Right.
Because Tori will let Tamika have it. Like, it's interesting how people like to do that. Like, we love to, like, because even, okay, we'll talk about that later, when after they leave her house.
Right, yeah.
Similar thing. Right, it's that passive-aggressive kind of, I'm going to say everything to the person that's not the person that I really want to say. But you should be saying it to the person.
Yeah, just say it to them.
Yeah, say it. Because you're thinking it, you should say it.
That's what she said. I've been thinking. Like, this girl thinking a whole lot. She's doing too much thinking. I wish I had that much time to think. I think she has a lot of thinking time. So.
Yeah. I say do more talking to the person that you really want to communicate to.
Go on a vacation. Go.
A staycation.
Do something. Yeah. I don't know. But stop thinking so much. Because whatever she felt about that moment, she should have said it in that moment. In that moment.
Like, why did you? I don't understand why she left. Like, what did she's like, I can't. Like, what?
I don't know.
Say it.
She can't. She
you
can't.
What? You can't talk?
She can't say it to her. For some reason. She can say it to everybody else but her. I also don't get why people need backup. Like, why do you need backup? To say something.
Yeah, I agree.
You're grown. You have grown kids.
You have grown kids.
You should be able to say something to another woman.
Yeah.
And tell her how you feel.
Especially. But you know what? I think that's something that's missing, like, in most. Like, we don't teach conflict resolution. Like, I feel like she thinks that if she really says all of this mean stuff to Tamika, then they won't really be friends. But guess what, Sheree? You're not really friends. Like, she really does, like, think very low of
she really believes
Sheree.
she's slow with her husband.
Yeah, she really, like, that is
and that's kind of passive aggressive too. It's like at some point, Tamika, you need to decide whether or not you're gonna be her friend or you're not gonna be her friend. Because this whole keeping her around just to throw jabs at her is not cool. You either rock with her or you don't. Period.
I agree. And the thing is, he's your ex. Like, he's moved on. Right. So why are you still holding a grudge against someone that may or may have not slept with your husband?
Shouldn't that have happened when y'all were married?
Yeah, like, you should have resolved that when you were married. So,
and no one can change your your judgment of character. If you feel that way and you honestly feel that way, who am I to tell you you're wrong? I wasn't there. I don't know the girl. Right. So if you feel that way, only you will know. If you feel that way, just cut her off.
Yeah. Yeah. And don't have conversations.
Stop crying about it.
Yeah. Don't be fake about it.
Yes.
Yeah. Be grown. Grown women.
Grown, please.
Have grown conversations.
So then we get to the event called Hills of Greatness.
Is that what it was called?
That's what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, I wrote it down. No one else probably caught that. I know. I was like, let me write that down. Okay. I don't know if it's HEELS or that'd be cute. But
that would be cute.
Next time.
Heels of Greatness. I hope it is. That makes sense because it's women.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, that would be cute.
Look at us planning stuff.
Right. We can have our own organization.
Right?
Yeah.
So then we get there and we see the ex was invited, Neo.
Neo he was like, I'm going to do this show. And I'm not going to say a word.
Oh, yeah. He's like, oh, cameras.
Nothing.
Take a picture, support.
Yeah, cool. That's it. Yeah. That's all I'm going to do right now.
That's smart. That's the best thing for him to do. You don't want to get your career mixed up in reality. And
that's true. Yeah. But, I'm sure he had to give her some kind of consent to say, okay, yeah, it's cool. Do the show. I want you to have your own thing. Right. And I will support you, but very minimally.
But I just don't want to be part of it.
I don't want to be on the show. I don't want to be on the show.
Yeah.
Totally.
So, she says seeing him wasn't easy.
Right.
But she just wants him to see that her life is together.
And that's the part. I'm like, what does together mean? Like, he did the show, right? Like, I mean, he helped probably pay for everything.
Right. I think he definitely paid for that.
Yeah. So I didn't really understand what she meant by she's together. Like, your dress is together, your makeup's together. Like,
I don't know. Maybe she just meant feeling like
she planned something.
Like she went out on her own and did something and called her own, and she's giving back, and what she's doing is, empowering, and she did it by herself.
I got you. Okay.
But I still think he paid for it.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I don't know who else paid for it, but I'm pretty sure he paid for it.
Yeah, did the show pay for it?
I don't know. It's a step, though. I'll give you credit for that. Okay. It's a step to doing something. Because there's a lot of women who just sit there and do absolutely nothing. Like, they won't even take care of their own kids. So, I'll give her that.
Yeah, she did. She totally took care of, she takes care of her kids. So,
oh, definitely. Mm-hmm. I love her, too. She's so
really
pretty. Mm-hmm. She has a good spirit.
Yeah, she does. I really like both of them. I really like Christina.
Yeah, she's my favorite.
She's my favorite, and maybe Monietta, and then Tori.
Yeah, Tori's too. I love Tori too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then Tamika and Sheree come there acting buddy, sit on the couch together, or Tamika comes to sit next to Sheree. Yeah. Sheree's like, I don't like her, but this is not the place. I really want to confront her, but she just looks for an excuse to not say anything all the time.
And I don't really understand that. Like, I really feel like there is a need for some counseling.
Oh, yeah. They did that, though.
I don't think that was enough. Like, I think there needs to be one-on-one. And that's so interesting because people of color feel like, I don't want nobody in my business. Yeah. But sometimes you need somebody in your business to help you. Like, Tamika does lash out a lot at people. And even she lashed out at Greg. Like, it felt like she was upset about the event, but more so like it was something else.
Oh, she did. She even said that. She said, I'm really frustrated about what just happened at the meeting with Sheree and Monica, and now Greg's dropping the ball. And that's why she kept saying Greg's dropping the ball. But it's like, it wasn't about Greg.
It wasn't about Greg.
There's 2 other people there that get paid more than him.
And that's exactly what he said.
And they should be held responsible. You don't just blame everything on your assistant. Your assistant's there to assist you. If you're not doing anything, he can't assist you.
He can't assist you.
Because you're not doing nothing.
And that's exactly what he said. He was like, you took me off the email list, so how can I help you? She's like, you're supposed to call me every day to remind me about a meeting? What? That should be in your iPhone. It should be in your iPad. You should have a calendar.
Get a little thing that pops up.
Yes,
like
it should pop up. Reminders, like, hello.
Yeah, but whatever. Whatever. So then Tamika makes a comment saying to Manietta, saying, hey, I saw your baby daddy downstairs. And then she
called him a financier.
Yeah, financier.
Which is like fiance / financer.
Right.
I don't know why she's talking, because that house that she has one too. So maybe she recognizes what.
Hey, they all got nice houses.
Right.
They're all well
pretty
taken
much.
care of.
So they all have.
I don't know. Then that's again Tamika finding a way to throw a jab at somebody.
Yes.
But I don't even think she realizes it. That's the thing. I don't think she realizes she does it. I just think but she doesn't care, which is why she doesn't realize it.
Right.
It's just like so natural to her.
Yeah.
It just flows right out. Like,
she's just a hater.
She's I don't know. Yeah, like you said, they need canceling. And it's funny, like you said, black people are like, oh, I don't want people like in my business. But yet you can go put all your business out on television.
On television.
So it's like, y'all
and people are scrutinize it. So like
sometimes when you say things out loud, it just makes more sense to you.
Yeah, totally.
So, but yeah. So then she has the event. She honors 25 women, and Christina was one of them.
I know.
So cute.
That was really nice. That was a really nice moment.
That was it. Oh, what did you think about the dress? Her dress, the long red.
I guess I was confused because it was like a flesh colored on the top.
Yeah.
And I don't know that you really need that. Like you could have. I don't know. It was interesting for her to say it was one of a kind, or a designer designed it. Like it didn't seem like anything that was like super spectacular. The color was nice. Like I love red. I didn't understand the meshy part.
Yeah, I feel like it was a bit much for the event.
I agree. I totally agree.
It was a lot for that event.
Yeah.
Like I feel like she thought she was going to like the Academy
Oscars.
Yeah, like,
that's what it looked like. It looked like an Oscars dress.
That dress screamed, "I want to be seen."
Yes, I want him to know that I am together,
be seen, and I'm here, and I'm sparkling with or without you.
Look at me, I'm sparkles. Yeah, that's what it felt like.
She's beautiful. I just didn't think. I don't know. I didn't really understand the dress. I feel like she should have did something a little more
simple and
that was more appropriate for the event.
Yeah.
But hey, girl, it's your event. You do what you want.
And that's probably what she said.
Yeah.
She was like, "This is my event, and I'm gonna wear what I want to wear."
Yeah. So I
mean,
if Neo liked it, I guess she won because I think that's what she wanted. So
she did. I think that's exactly what she wanted.
That's all she wanted.
Yeah. Go ahead, girl.
So then Sheree addresses Monica.
Again,
it's a lot of Sheree and Monica and Tamika in here. Just ruining all these good moments with Mariah and Christina.
Right.
It's like
we'd
good
rather
moment,
see those.
and then Ratchet. Tamika, Sheree. Good moment, Ratchet. Let's all went back to back to back.
Yeah.
Oh man,
it's very Ratchet.
Who's cutting this show?
Right. Who is putting it together? Who's the editor?
Who's signing off on this?
Right. They were like, "This is great. Let's go,
like,
Ratchet.
Good, Ratchet.
Right.
Bring him back down."
Yeah.
But anyway, so Sheree tells Monica she feels like Monica threw her under the bus during that meeting with her and Tamika.
And she did.
She did.
Yeah, I was like, why do you have to get confirmation from the person that stabbed you in your back? Yeah. Did you really stab me in my back? And then did you really turn the knife? And then
Are you really bleeding now?
Oh, yeah, right. Do you feel the blood? You felt the stab wound. I know you did. Right. So I was like, is she really having this conversation?
She was, girl.
Yeah, and she was crying. I would have never. I'd been like, you know what? Cool. Yeah.
And I feel like Monica, she didn't even listen to any of her questions.
She didn't.
She was just like, oh, stop. She kept saying, why do you care about what Tamika thinks? It's like, that's not what she's talking to you about.
She's talking to you about you.
Yeah, and you really just kind of push it towards Tamika. Oh, we should punch her. And it's like, that's so fake because She was just being friends with Tamika. So if she's gonna do that to Tamika, she's gonna do it to you. Like,
absolutely.
I don't get it.
And that's exactly what she did.
I just feel like they're too grown for that. Like,
obviously they're not too grown. Like, that is just games that women play.
Don't you learn that in high school?
Right. I totally agree. Like, that's something you do in middle school.
Yeah, and you leave it behind before you get that diploma. Like, I just don't get it.
But they didn't. They
didn't.
Yeah,
I just don't
totally
get
didn't.
it. But I just feel like Monica, again, manipulated the situation, threw it on Tamika, and gave her a hug, and then Sheree goes, I'm crazy. Like, letting Tamika get in my head. It's like, no, you're letting Monica get in your head.
Yes.
Like, what are you talking about?
She totally let Monica get in her head.
She needs to drop both of them and stop playing, oh, which one's more of my friend? Sometimes none of them are your friends. Like, you need to just drop both of them.
And I think people, especially her in this situation, she's saying, oh, yeah, we've been friends for 20 years. Like, it's not the quantity of the years. It's the quality of the years. And the quality of that relationship is over. Like,
it's terrible.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta know when to walk away and when to fold your cards and say, you know what, this has been nice.
Right.
And we had some good times, but our good times are over.
Shadow by those fake times.
Right.
Until you can get your one personality together.
Right.
And stick to one.
Yes.
We're gonna need a break.
Yeah, absolutely. You should just be friends with Tamika because she feels like maybe she's gonna get more camera time.
Right. Yeah, just go be y'all great friends. Y'all go be friends together and talk about all the people that slept with whoever. And you know what? If you know you didn't sleep with people, you know you didn't sleep with nobody's husband, you shouldn't be crying over it. You don't take offense to something you know you're not ever.
I agree.
Don't do that. Like, why are you crying? You know you didn't do it. Leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
And I think the tears are more so from her being hurt because she felt like Monica should take her side.
But then she just swooped those tears right back up. Monica, it was too easy. Like, it was too easy. Like, oh, you know, okay, now we're friends again. And she really said,
in the face.
She really said, you let Tamika get in my head. Like, she really blamed that whole thing on Tamika. It's like, Tamika had her faults, yes, but address Monica for hers and hold her accountable. Don't just...
She didn't.
You know, I don't get it.
Yeah.
But good luck, again. I can't help you.
Friendship.
Hopefully somebody else can.
Yeah.
But good luck. That's all I can say.
That is an interesting relationship.
Very
friendship.
interesting. So then Tamika had the girls over because she's getting unpacked in her new house.
And
from her financier.
Yeah. Oh yeah, financier, because he's not the financier anymore because they're not engaged.
Right.
But yeah, I was laughing because she was like, yeah, the high ceilings used to, you know, it made the house feel so open and it was scary. Wah, wah, wah. Like, who complains about having high ceilings?
First world problems.
Like, I'm confused.
I have high ceilings. I love them. I can do cartwheels. I can do all that. I can put a trampoline in there and jump and still be good.
Right.
Loft life. Hey, hashtag loft life.
I love it.
But I don't know. I don't know. She just felt I don't know. She just had to justify her house for them. Even though she thinks she's better than them, she has to justify why she does everything.
I really think that she is probably very insecure. Like, if you really have to say, oh, yeah, I didn't really want high ceilings. Like, she says that she has trust issues, but you have to ask yourself, who are you trusting? Who are your friends that you feel like you have to put on this front for them and be someone that you're not? Like, everybody knows your situation, public or not.
Right.
Like, they know what happened, so you don't have to justify. And real friends, you don't have to justify it for them, and you don't have to prove anything for them.
My friends, I don't care what you think about my place. Just grab a box and start unpacking.
Right. Let's make it happen.
The sooner you start, the sooner you can leave. But as soon as you walked in that door, you were stuck here, okay? So if you want freedom, you need to start unpacking.
Right.
And then that's it. Like, I don't have to say, oh, so, yeah, this wall is white, but I might, paint it. Like no one cares. Like, unpack my stuff and move along.
Yeah.
You want some wine or drinks? Help yourself. The bathroom's right there. Like, that's it. Like, I don't understand. But that's Tamika.
And I was laughing at Tori. She's like, I was the only one to bring a housewarming gift. And I'm like laughing. Okay, Tori, now you did bring a housewarming gift, but it was also a promotion for your product. And I'm not mad. Like, that was good product
Better than nothing. She just say no one brought nothing. No one else wanted to bring her a gift.
Yeah, she was like, let's bust it open.
Tori's hilarious.
I love it. I love Tori.
It's cute. I think she was kind of knocking Tori's.
She was hating on it. Like,
I like it though.
Yeah, I think it's cute. I love it.
I think it's good for marketing. Like, you can always spot the secret.
That's true.
It's very good. True. Like, everyone else has plain mixers. You don't have that on it. So I think it was cute.
That is a great marketing idea. Yeah. How did it taste? Because I saw you guys.
Oh, it tastes good. I popped that right open the same night. I mixed it. A little late to work the next day, but thank you, Tori.
Wait, so it's not? Is it alcoholic or no?
No, it's a mixer.
So you could add alcohol, soda.
Yeah, soda. She says she uses it like with Sprite for the kids and stuff. So you can mix it with anything.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It's really good.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Walmart, y'all. It's in Walmart.
Yeah, go ahead, Tori. Walmart. They're everywhere.
Yeah. So Sheree gets there, and Sheree gets there, and Tamika kind of makes a comment about her, the jab.
Yeah,
basically saying she's loose.
Yeah, loose. I was like, she really just has no filter.
There's no filter at all.
Yeah, there's no filter. Or she just really doesn't care. Like, it's interesting how she says she doesn't have a lot of friends, or she'd rather have 2 friends. I wonder who those 2 friends are. And are they really telling her, like, you are the stereotypical, like, angry, bitter black woman? Like, all of those jabs, like, it just sounds like she's so...
I don't know. I feel like she has that passive-aggressive attitude, too, because it's like you clearly feel some type of way about Sheree.
Yeah.
And it comes out later. She even says that, like, when Tori's like, no one slept with your husband.
Right.
And she's like, well, I gotta watch Sheree.
Yeah.
Like, so you honestly feel that way? Why invite her to your house?
Exactly.
Just to throw jabs at her.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. Like, just, you either rock with them or you don't.
Yeah.
Stop doing the high school. Let's bring her over and, like, and Sheree's never gonna say anything.
Yeah, she's obviously not going to say anything to her face.
Right. Yeah. So then Tori calls her out on it and basically just says, stop, you do that, you always throw jabs, like, stop doing that.
Right.
And then it turns into this whole altercation, and, Sheree walks out and leaves.
Yeah, I think with that whole situation with Tamika thinking that Sheree slept with her husband. He's not your husband anymore. Like, let it go.
Yeah.
Like, if she did sleep with him, it's over for you. Yeah. And it's over for her. Yeah. Like, yeah, if you can't take somebody at their word, like, a lot of times, and I told somebody this recently, I had an associate, and I was friends with her ex-boyfriend, and she got mad at me because we were friends. But then I was like, I had to ask myself, because she actually, the guy that she thought I was friends with, and we were friends because he's a trainer, I'm a trainer. Right. She actually went on a date with his cousin. So you're mad at me because you think that I would do the exact same thing that you did. Right. So a thief thinks everybody steals. So
she kept it in the family.
Yeah, she kept it. That's funny.
Interesting that the family, I want to see that cookout this summer.
Right. That would be, cool. Terrible.
So wait, last year you came with him.
And this year you're coming with, that makes sense. Not really.
I love you told that story because that seems like the same mentality of these women on the show.
Very much. Like, it's so silly, but it speaks to, like, insecurities. Like, even if they did sleep together, it's under the bridge. Right. It's water under the bridge. Don't be her friend and leave it alone.
Yeah,
leave it alone. Like, you're not with him anymore. Right. He has clearly moved on. Sheree is trying to move on, and you should do the same. Yeah, Tamika.
What I love most about this whole scene was, they always try to justify Tamika's behavior because she's lost so much.
Oh, yeah, girl.
And Tori said, you're not the only one who's lost something. Like, I've watched another woman live the life that I built from the ground up.
From the ground up.
Tamika says to me, too.
And she said no.
Before he ever hit a stage. Like, from the very beginning. Because Tori Hart and Kevin Hart didn't meet when they were in college in Philly, like, he was doing stand-up comedy, like, on stage.
And working at Foot Locker.
Yeah, so she really did watch it, rocking with him from
day one. Yeah, so Tamika doesn't have that.
And she had nothing to say back.
She couldn't.
Yeah. But anyway, the girls argue, like, high school, and walk out the door. Yeah. All of them leave, and then Sheree just starts going in. I didn't really understand
why they were leaving. I get that they should have left. Right. Like, that completely makes sense to me, but Yeah, hopefully they won't have that conversation again. Like, either you stop hanging around Tamika, but they're not, because it's the show and she's like the antagonist.
Yeah.
So she's gonna.
It's like whenever you put those two together, and it's like, Sheree, if you know you don't rock with Tamika, you should never win. Tamika didn't rock with Sheree, you should never invited her. So it's just like they both keep doing that. And I understand why the other women are frustrated, because it's like the same thing. Like, it's the same exact thing that happened at the beginning of the season, like the very first few episodes. And it's like, now we're going back to again, like, you just can't escape it, the Sheree and Tamika drama. Yeah. And it's just like, I'm tired of hearing this. I'm gonna leave. I can go.
That's what Christina said, right?
I can go watch TV and eat food and chill on my couch and not have, you know, drama-filled day. Like, drink some wine. Like, I don't need this.
Right.
So, but then Sheree goes outside and she starts basically yelling, talking about
passive-aggressive
talking
behavior.
About Tamika, passive-aggressive. It's like
in front of her house.
Right. It's like, I don't want to say it to your face, but I want you to hear everything I'm saying.
Yeah.
So.
And watch the show.
Yeah, and that basically wraps the episode.
Yeah.
You have any predictions?
Predictions. I am predicting that.
Wait, I'm feeling it.
Are you feeling the vibe? You feeling it?
I'm feeling it.
I predict that Tamika and Sheree are gonna have another fight.
Of course.
I'm just, you know, something in my spirit just says that there's gonna be more ratchetness.
Something from episodes 1 through 6.
Yeah. That's all we've seen. Yeah. I want Christina to go on a date with that guy, but I also want him to show his divorce papers. Really. Yeah.
I hear people say I'm separated. You know what separates things? A divorce.
That means that you're still married legally.
Yeah, I hate
That's what that means. Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear that. Like, when you got a divorce and you moved on, I don't want to hear about it. I don't need a situation.
Right.
Like, nobody has time for that.
Nobody.
Get your life straight. And then go
call
to
me.
the club and the bar and try to meet somebody. Like, until you see the
papers.
take care of your kids or whatever you got to do.
Yeah. I need to see some papers. That's what, I would want them to go out again.
Me too. Yeah. I predict that Tamika will have a breakthrough. I hope so. I'm rooting for Tamika, because I feel like she's a good person. I just feel like she approaches things the wrong way, and she justifies it with the wrong reasons.
Yeah, she does.
Rather than owning up to things.
Yeah.
But it did look like in the preview she was about to apologize, which is huge for her. For the next episode.
Yeah, for the next
episode, it looked like she's about to apologize.
Yeah.
To Sheree, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But that's all I have.
For predictions. Yeah.
So,
I want her to go see somebody. That's what I want her to do.
Yeah.
Like, really talk to, not the life coach.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Like a real, clinical psychologist.
Right. And do it off camera. So
do it off camera. Yeah, you don't have to do that.
She's been through a lot.
So. She has been through a lot. Like, typical situations like that, you could have a nervous breakdown.
Right. So.
Really, and that's not throwing shade. It's just what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Tell the beautiful people where they can find the beautiful you.
My website is madisonchasefitness.com. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Pinterest. And if you search Madison Chase Fitness or Madison Chase Fit or One Mad Chase, I should come up. Those are a lot of mad chases.
I'm about to go to your website, girl. Hey, we in LA, I get this body right. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Kiki Ayers, KIKIAYERS. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you next Monday.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.